Hi guys, I'm Andy and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. That's your vibe. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I'm bringing you my February update to the Colourpan 4.0 project pan. So if you want to see all of the progress that we have made over the last month, then let's go ahead and just get on into it. If you don't know anything about this project, it was created by Misty and his Pantastic Ladies collab. This starts on January 18th and goes till December 18th, and you're to use anything Colourpop, TYS Beauty, or Soul Body. It's rolling style. You were originally to pick 3 to 6 items, and you just set collection-specific goals. I'm doing 3 uses on anything that's not a palette, and then no pan left behind on palettes that get rolled in. So I wanted to talk about everything that we have in the project so far, just because I want to try to do that right now. So this has been in since, I believe, September of last year. And it's the Blow and Smoke palette. Looks like this. It's gorgeous. I do really like this palette, and I just don't know why I haven't been wanting to pick this up. I know I'm working on a million palettes, and I've said that in every update. Like, oh, well, that's why I haven't gotten to this. And, oh, that's why I haven't gotten to this. And this does have one of my favorite silvers in my collection in it. But is that the only reason I'm keeping this palette? Like, at what point, if I have not touched this, do I just declutter it? Like, this has been in 5 months, going on 6 months, and I still haven't even touched this palette. So you let me know. What should I do with this? Because I do really like this palette. I like having a monochromatic black and gray scale palette in my collection, but I know that I have blacks and grays in other palettes if I needed them. And I do have other really nice silvers. Though I love this palette, I love this silver. It is my favorite silver in my collection. But just let me know your thoughts on how long, what I should do. I'd love your opinion on that. So, for rollouts, we have the Super Shock in Dost Thou Comprehend. I did use it once in... That was November. I have not touched it since November. All of the Super Shocks in this project, except Frog, had to be decluttered. If you were over on my Instagram, I had to declutter, I think, 12. But in the last 2 months, I've had to declutter half of my Super Shock collection. So this is my PSA. And some were brand new. So I don't know if the ones that were really old permeated the brand new ones or what have you, because I screw these so tight that it is sometimes extremely hard for me to even get the caps off. So my PSA is please be smelling your cream products. Make sure the consistencies are the same. This one smells perfect. It doesn't have a scent. Your Super Shocks just shouldn't have a scent. So this is the shade Frog that was in the special packaging. I have not used this yet. So this one's staying in, but 6 a.m., Mint for You, and Dost Thou Comprehend all had to be decluttered, unfortunately, along with a whole bunch of other ones. I was very, very unhappy about that. Oh, and so did YOLO. YOLO had 1 use in December. Dost Thou Comprehend had 1 use, but Mint for You and didn't have any, and 6 a.m. got 1 use in January. Just so we're talking about all the Super Shocks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Shocks rolling out. Now into the other items that are not that, the Super Shocks. We have the Troublemaker palette, which is what is on my eyes today, actually. And I did meet my goal of no pan left behinding this palette. So that is another roll out. Now, my first look, both of these looks were done in January, of course. But my first look, I stuck more to this pinky 6 pan, and the duochrome is nice. I wish it had more shine to it, but the duochrome of it is very pretty. The sequin black, it's like a black with burgundy purple sparkle in it. It basically performs as a matte. You don't see the shine in that at all. It's very pretty. This satin shade, awful. Honestly, because I used this one in today's look. These are both satins, and I don't like them at all. But this shimmer, it's a pretty color, but it has no shine to it. That's my issue with this palette, is the shimmers have no shine. I really liked these mattes. This is a very nice black. That's in today's look. This silver does have shine, but it's so textured. It falls all over your face. And then this shade Baddie is a super shock that I've found, which it was pretty, but I don't know what they did, but none of these shimmers, except for this one, are like shiny. They're very dull. But then this one, even though it's shiny, is so textured that I like the mattes in this palette, but this might be one that I deconstruct to put into other things. So there's that. But I did meet my No Pan Left Behind goal on that palette. So at least we did that. So I definitely added a bunch of other shimmers onto today's look because I was very unhappy with how it came out. And that's just, as I drop things, what happens sometimes is you gotta get creative and add things to looks. It happens. But I think the look overall, once I added other things, came out really pretty. Next, we have the liquid liner. This is in the shade Ducky. This is the felt tip liner I've been working on. I used this twice in January. I'm very proud of myself. We have one more use to go, which I should be able to get that this month, no problem. So this should be a rollout for next month. I think it's nice. Again, I wish this was just a hair brighter because I feel like it doesn't always pop. But otherwise, I am not a felt tip liner person, and this is lovely. It works so well. It is pigmented. It doesn't skip. It doesn't run out of ink as you're using it. It makes me want to go look at their shades and buy another felt tip liner, and I've never said that before in my life. So there's that. Now, the next three products have no uses on them, but I still wanted to show them so we can refresh a little bit. This is the Just a Tint in Always Right. The only reason I have not started working on this yet is I'm trying so hard to finish a lip balm in another project, and like these are very balmy products, and the shade of this one is literally the same color as the lip balm I'm working on. So as soon as that lip balm is done, this is going to go on my desk, and I'm going to get my 3 uses. So this should be a rollout for next month because that lip balm, spoiler to another project, I assume, unless I finish this. But this is literally all I have left. So that should be a rollout for next month. And then we have the Flower Power blush from Animal Crossings, which looks like this. And this just hasn't made it into any looks yet, but for February, Valentine's Day, it's a pink. It should be easy to incorporate into some looks, hopefully. And last, but certainly not least, for things we were already working on, we have the After Hours palette that I need to No Pan Left Behind. Which, again, I haven't dug into this palette yet. I was really trying to No Pan Left Behind the Troublemaker one first. Hopefully I can get this done in February. It's a very February Valentine's-esque palette. But we'll see. I'm going to get use on it in February. It's just, can I finish the whole palette in February is the question. So I'm going to try. Fingers crossed. But we are rolling in 5 5 items. So let me go ahead and go grab my tablet. Let me get the wheel up, all of that good stuff, and we will get on into rolling. So we have 59 options still, because we still got a lot of Colourpop stuff to work on. We have a lot of lips. So let's see, what is our first item here? The Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. Ooh, we got the Jelly Much in Hallucinogenius. I definitely need to get more uses on my Jelly Much shadows. I'm going to re-roll for the Find the Book highlighter because I'm working on my single shadow still on a different project. We have the Super Shock in Ice Dream. I'm A-okay with that. The Franken Glitter, I just rolled that out of a project, so that's A-okay. And we got one more on a Whimsy single shadow. All right, I'm going to go grab all those products and I'll be right back. All right, I grabbed everything out and we'll go ahead and get to swatching. So first we have the Sprinkle a Little Magic palette, which is the Tinkerbell collab. So let's go ahead and see here. The only shades I really want to swatch, I want to swatch this, The Place Between. Ooh. That's such an interesting shade. And I want to see this green, this bright green matte. Ooh, that swatch is really nice. Probably gonna have to get some makeup remover out and not just use that. But these are their larger pans. I think the palette's really pretty. Like I said, I have to no pan left behind this, so we'll see when we can get that done. But the rest of these are little singles. So, in order, here we have the Jelly Much in Hallucinogenius, which I've never used it. That's the whole point of it being in the project. This was the first Jelly Much that I bought. So, let's see. That's so pretty. Ooh, that's gorgeous. It's still so super creamy, dreamy. I'm very excited to get some use on this guy, because like I said, now I'm fearing for my Colourpop singles lives. Then we got, here, let me fix this in here. What did we have next? We had the Super Shock in Ice Dream, which is just a white with like a purpley blue reflect, which honestly would go really, really nicely with that Jelly Much shade. Those would pair together beautifully. So that's cool. Then we got my Franken Glitter that I made from the Fade into Hue palette, which I just rolled this out of a project and put this in my chopping block. So this will be a good way for me to figure out, do I want to keep this, or am I just over this glitter? But it is very, very pretty. I do think it looks nice. So we shall see. It can go right back where it was in my drawer. And then last but not least, we rolled in a single eyeshadow. I have 4 of these. And this is the shade On a Whimsy, which is like this bluey silver with like a darker base. This is stunning. Now, I have these little magnetic single shadow things. I accidentally had to shove this shade in there because it was just a little too big. So I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get it out of this. So if I can't, I'm going to have to label it on the back, and I'll just have a little Colourpop single like this. So if I can't ever get it out. Because I wanted to put it in this to keep it in here, but that was a whole prerogative on my part, being a dummy. So, but those are the 5 products that we will be bringing in for this month's update. I am so sorry that a bunch of my Super Shocks went bad. Not that it's that big of a deal, but I'm upset about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!